game. There's nothing that, no kind of disable that won't be packed off. You give him the ability to take over a game once you hit the 30-40 minute mark. And this is one of those games, though, where I feel like the Wii Ranger will get an opportunity to shine. You are favored against DP in the laning phase, and if you get ahead, you get the early phase boots, look to see him start getting very aggressive around the map. Also, Mars for mind control in the first two. I did not expect that from Liquid.
Yeah, like putting mind control into something a little bit more interesting. Like, at least he has, I wouldn't say he's got escape mechanisms, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, we are rejected.
To be fair, it's great synergy with the Disruptor, and I imagine they were planning on taking it later, but the Liquid lineup is very squishy and susceptible to being dove hard. And Vici, you've got so much chasing and catch potential. Centaur, Jug, the Grimstroke, Inkswell, the Earth Spirit, Disruptor, Rubik, you need to be able to play in the back of team fights. You don't want to be in a scenario where you're just getting dove hard, and Vici can definitely do that with this lineup.
Yeah. But they need to get off to a good start inside their laning phase. So they are going to try and build it up with at least some sort of contest over top. We're going to start the same way we did before. This time around, Vici doesn't have the Iron Shell, so there's not that big damage amplification. But Miracle's the one on the front lines. He went Essence Shift level 1, so he will not battle this. But on bottom lane, you're still going to have GH actually grabbing both of those bounties.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a straight 2-for-2 trade-off. But also interesting to watch GH already being down here. Boots first on the Rubik. Mind Control sees the lanes, and he's already started the walk. And
interesting, Liquid kept MC middle because they wanted to ensure that they got the favorable lanes, and that means they want him against Centaur because that's the lane he's heading towards. Makes sense because if he's in a tri-lane situation up top against a Jug, we've seen this over and over where you just get dove, Mars dies a couple times, it doesn't have much of a game, but you are favored against the Centaur 1v1.
It's interesting to watch like having GH down here. So what does VG do? Like, are they happy with this? Where they've got 3 heroes against Miracle. They want to make sure this Slark doesn't get off to a good start. And they're already starting on. Paparazzi with the spin and the kick from Fade. Not to mention, you've got the stroke. Everything is there. And first spot is built on Miracle. But she didn't have that instant counter from GH, but with the Fade Bolt and the damage from Thunderstrike, Paparazzi is the revenge kill into the 2 supports.
That's insane. And that evens. Sure, you get first blood on Papa, but he wasn't able to spend his gold.
Kuro wants to go for dying. Thunderstrike's out. GH will have another Fade Bolt available in a second, and this is just that early damage available, but Fade. Well, that stroke of Fade is going to be well off the target, but DY's moved back in again. So Salve will be cancelled. Fade Bolt will connect. Kuro begins his TP out. Anybody got a stun? Doesn't look like it. Not enough damage in time. Kuro is able to escape, and these 2 supports who went Boots first, both of them went supports first. Yeah. Boots first.
It's
track down for VG.
It's such a cool little adaptation. You're playing against a Jug, right? You want to be able to outrun the spin. Miracle in a lot of trouble.
Yep, spin right on top of him. Nothing Miracle could do about this because he went for the Essence Shift to begin with. There's no pounce, there's no relocate, there's no way to dispel that slow that's there. So VG definitely staying up in the face of Miracle this time. And he's to the long walk of shame. TP's on cooldown.
And this is one way to deal with the last pick Slark, right? Just run out into the laning phase.
Even stop walking for a second. It's like, wait, should I switch lanes?
No,
should I move?
It is not any better against a Centaur once you're at a level disadvantage.
Speaking of Centaur, 11-3 against 2-2 of Mind Control. Remember, that's a 1v1 lane ever since the Rubik left.
Yeah, but Mars did get there 3 or 4 creeps late, but definitely a strong performance from the Centaur. However, there are a ton of creeps on the tower. It's not as bad as it appears.
It looks bad on the numbers. We didn't have to see the lane first to understand it. As long as he gets the range creeps, Mind Control's can be very happy. Oh, Paparazzi's coming again. Rolling bottle forward. They're after Miracle. They're really punishing. Miracle just cannot hit level 2. He's getting a slap down as Mind Control was in game 1. Paparazzi will lose his life for this once again. So they're fueling the power of GH and Kuro, which I'm not quite sure is any better.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think the panels had the best. You know, the supports were really responsible for Liquid's dominance in the early game, and Slark's one of those heroes that will always be able to recover. Now, finally, level 2 Miracle should be able to pounce away when they try and make that same move again. But this is just such a formidable kill lane from Vici. The problem is they're not really securing a CS advantage, and Paparazzi's died twice. So it's not as if they're really ahead in this lane, even though they've been able to kill Miracle multiple times.
Yep. Like, if it wasn't for this creep wave coming down, like they're like a creep wave ahead right now. A Miracle can't do much about it. He sees the stroke of fate like being prepped, a rolling boulder in towards the mid fade, moves off the top lane, just harassing into Weeha. It looks like Ori is in no position to actually fight Wee at all.
Yeah, it's not easy to kill a Wind Ranger. DP Earth Spirit's usually able to secure kills like that, but as you can see, we has no trouble whatsoever, no fear. Nice last hit from GH on the Archer with the bolt. And bottom has equalized as well.
Yeah, Mind Control's looking for a 4-minute rune on bottom. He won't get it, however. And if he can control the 2 5-minute runes, then all that sustain just comes back to him. Paparazzi in trouble up on top. The Static Field did a lot of work, and the physical damage from Kuro and GH do it. No! 22 HP, stick charges were there for the Juggernaut. And he'll healing ward up to both himself and DY.
And this is all because the Earth Spirits rotated out. You don't want to play into Tri-Lane as Fades ES, but when Liquid just keep these 3 heroes here, like they have no problem with this. Jug needs levels a lot more than Slark at this phase of the game. And they are now going to start abusing the pulls. Lane is pushing. GH will go over to grab the easy camp.
Rolling ball well off target. Kuro goes towards the trees, but they missed the 2 stuns from VG Gaming. So Kuro puts up the ball, tries to keep him in the trees. DY will stay with him. Miracle can't actually slow up DY, so he'll die in the trees, try and juke it one way around. At least get some damage back. So there will be a rebuttal as GH will arrive into the lane. DY, one more attack. Kuro is actually the one to get the last hit out, but Miracle, he's dealing a lot of agility here, so he can try and turn back into VG Gaming. If he can just connect on one of these pounces, GH gets the pickup, throw down, spins very hard, but namely Miracle. Stick charges give him that extra life, pounces up, and he finds the kill. Fade misses the rolling boulder. He needed to connect on that stun. But with the creep wave, Miracle's not going to try and go any further, and the stroke of fate barely missing the Slark.
Just out of range, was on target, and Kuro grabbed the runes as this went down.
Oh, hi, Kuro. Also, bye, Kuro. He came for aggressive warding positioning. Actually, no, there's no follow-up. And Ori couldn't hold him there.
I don't know, man. It just feels like business as usual for Liquid. They had arguably the worst start you could have expected. Like Miracle just gets first blooded right off the bat, but they get the counter kill. The little adaptations, the boosts first on the supports. The reason this top lane has gone better than you'd probably expect.
But there's still a lot of strength that comes out the VG lineup. As the panel was saying, like, it's very easy to roll it out, to initiate with like Paparazzi. Like his net worth is still looking good. 2.3k to the 2k off the Slark. Centaur, he's got the early level, so Stampede's available. So if Liquid want to continue to be aggressive, they have ways out. The Death Prophet's getting bigger. Let's see what she's able to do with her Exorcism. VG have things that they can work with. They may have a couple of under-leveled supports at the moment. Like they have a level 2 ES, a level 3, actually Juggernaut's level 3 as well. That's not great. But they're there's some things which are not perfect for them, but they've got more than they did in game 1.
The concern I have is just the net worth on the supports. That's the biggest advantage you can have in the early game, is when your supports are in a strong position. Either that or a core utterly able to dominate a lane by himself, but no hero in this game can do that just yet. But being in the safe lane makes this Liquid Tri-Lane even more formidable. And while they're not going to be able to team fight for some time, we've discussed why VG will be able to just so easily force these big engagements.
And they want DY. The glimpse back will do the work, puts him inside the wall. Goes for the Ink Swell, but DY, Miracle moves in, instantly dispels back out. Paparazzi starts to spin, hoping for GH as Yang. He's rotated in towards the lane. GH, the spin from Paparazzi, he still doesn't finish the job. GH will just throw him away while Yang gets the hoof stomp kill onto Miracle. Yet another death for him, and Ori with the Crypt Swarm gets a kill on GH, a nice rotation. And if they can push this lane hard enough, which they should, maybe they get some damage onto the tier 1 as well.
Yeah, they had a ward on the teleport, but were not able to react in time. Got distracted trying to pick up those kills. And of course, there was a Jug spitting in the face of the supports, only for the Centaur to show up momentarily. And you can see, as soon as they see Centaurs there, all 3 Liquid heroes are like, oh, time to go. But he makes a really good decision. Yang chasing for Miracle, recognizes that his Q was on cooldown, able to finish the kill. A lot of space for Wii middle, but not the same threat as a TA. Obviously, the Wii Ranger is quite solid. It's just, you don't go to farm ancients for free. You don't find this Deso timing to go do Roche at 12, 13 minutes. You don't have that same sort of game impact.
It's just good to push the lanes back out. Ori's return towards the mid. So with this lane pushing to the tier 1 tower, Mind Control has the Arena of Blood available. Disruptors right behind him. DY is going to walk in nice and close. I just don't see on the other side of the tree line, no vision down from Team Liquid. On the Radiant side of the river is watching the 2 ward positions instead. On the Dire side,
And once again, look at the warding. Kuro spends, he saves wards early game to place them as you hit that mid-game transition. Currently 5 on the map, 4 centered around the river. I don't play Dota too much anymore, but if I were a captain, I'd be thinking about why does he do this? It seems every single game.
Very difficult to de-ward no matter what. Tier 1 tower has fallen on top lane, so Liquid, they are being pressured. The Centaur staying up here with the Juggernaut, so both 2 cores are up there. That's why Fade is having this moment on bottom lane, and why Miracle looks for the leash, the rolling boulder, and the spear from Mind Control. They hit Fade with everything, but he's the sacrifice. He was meant to be slowing down this lane push, so he does his job. Top 3 net worth still belong to VG Gaming. They're still looking for their own place.
Yeah, Miracle will be rushing the Midas. I expect him to use the build that Ana did in the game that they were able to take back in the lower bracket. Midas, I believe it was a Diffusal. The point was no Shadow Blade, no Blink, just raw DPS. And in a game where there's no true Slark counter, I think that that's ideal. You hit that 3rd, 4th item, the Scotty timing is often the turning point where you become unkillable and your damage output is just too threatening for the enemy side to stand against you.
Fade found one of those wards. That's why Weeha moves to the southern side of this lane. He's feeling the pressure from multiple fronts, but the Dire Observer Ward at least lets him watch where the Centaur.
And they're gonna all rotate down.
But now they're moving underneath Radiant Vision too, so Team Liquid have a lot of information to work with, but
they see Earth Spirit on like 2 or 3 different wards. He continues to try and find kills around the map. This is a hero that wants to get aggressive, but it's so difficult to do so when you're being watched at all times. And remember, we saw OG do this as well. When you have a Slark, it's so easy to control the vision because you'll know where the enemy side has wards.
Mind Control wants to go again. He's gonna look for that spear onto Yang. Unless they can get another initiation, GH comes in, and that telekinesis will do the work. Pick him up, throw him down. The spear not synergizing with the wall. Liquid not being on the same page. They do get Paparazzi to rotate in.
I don't even think they had any intention of diving that. They actually just wanted to force the TP, and look, Miracle disappears. He's rushing Midas. I was going to say, this is not a tower dive opportunity. You are not itemizing or playing a draft that allows you to make these sorts of moves. Vici wants to rotate. They want team fights, and all Liquid do is bait them to bottom, and all of a sudden you've got 2 lane wards for Miracle to peacefully finish his hand to Midas all alone in the top lane.
Yeah, have VG. Like, you want to play reactionary if you can get something out of it, but if Liquid are already planning to bail before when they attack from range.
Yep. It's the same formula. The 2 supports and Mind Control playing together, the 2 cores farming the other lanes.
Yang feels like he wants a way in, but he doesn't have the items for it. Phase Boots will give him some speed in, but he needs a little bit more.
Yeah, you need a blink on somebody.
Yeah.
Vici, once again, they have solid run at you, but they need vision to be able to capitalize on that initiation advantage. And unless they can get some deeper wards off, it's going to be very difficult.
Oh, they're coming over Yang. Right on top of Kuro. That sentry doesn't last long. Nice rolling boulder. Perfect silence with the Inkswell follow-up. They have the delivery system thanks to ES. And Paparazzi. Good kill on the Weeha, and they're going to turn this into pressure towards mid. Spin is stolen, and maybe with the stuns, actually the wall is going to hold Paparazzi under the tower, but they're here to push. They're not going to commit the exorcism just yet. Fortification comes out from Liquid. Trying to slow things down. A kick and silence.
They've got 6 on both supports. Gotta be careful if you're Vici.
This exorcism has to come up. If they're going to try and fight now, it has to come up now. Mind Control lets the Arena of Blood go, and the storm, and the wall. Everyone's held in. VG Gaming, they're bouncing around like a pinball. They have to get themselves out of this. Yang is going to die. He's the tankiest of them all, and he still can't survive. His Miracle pounces away on low life. The glimpse, it pulls Paparazzi back in again. But Liquid, power shot will be off target.
They defend the tower. They get 1. That's all you need if you're Team Liquid. I think Ori had to pop that ultimate a bit earlier, but they don't expect Liquid to be willing to rotate and be there as 5. You can see the synergy of the Mars plus Disruptor combo. You had a Rubik spinning in the center mass as well.
And then he sold Exorcism as well, so he was there to help out with the physical damage. They should look like little Rubiks flying.
Yeah.
Is it actually part of the Arcana? Maybe.
It's so cool to see GH back on his signature heroes. It feels like, even though Secret, you know, they didn't have the greatest performance at this tournament, but you can see their influence on the meta still. as Liquid find themselves in an incredibly similar position, not just in like lineup, but look at how the farm is distributed, right? It's around this hyper carry, Nisha / Ana / Miracle Hero, and then you have similar networks between the other two cores, and then a 4 position that effectively becomes that next core. I think I've watched GH zap at least 10 archers so far in this game. Someone's been learning from Yapso at least.
Out of secure. Fade, good kick, turns on the Magnetize. They get the double silence up as well. As DY, they have no way to run themselves away as a rolling boulder connecting on the back lines. Kuro, he will go down to the Magnetize. Nothing can prevent this. As well as the Mars and the kick forward connects on the GH, slowing him down. Paparazzi can close this distance. He still has Omni Slash available. GH making a break for the tree line, but they've already got with the crit from Paparazzi the kill. Cannot reach that fog of war. DP is adding her own pressure in towards the mid lane, but the 4 heroes from VG find what they're looking for. 3 kills, tier 1 tower, and then they look to secure the 15-minute runes. Alari, leashed up, Weeha's nearby, there's nothing to shackle him to. And in fact, Ori, having that Yule Scepter, Ori tries to get up in Weeha's face.
It was really well done by Vici. That time they were able to capitalize on the high ground advantage, bait Liquid in, find some kills, Shackle misses. You do protect mid tower. Miracle still buying himself some space, but
moving for the runes on bottom. That's a really nice arena of blood, just holding Paparazzi in. Didn't have spin available now. GH is going to steal that. Mind Control's going for the second one. Yang, Orb Storm. Mind Control already was able to bottle up that bounty rune. They're trying to hold him in position and then run away, but Mind Control's going to lose his life for that bounty.
I'd say it's worth. You get more gold for the bounty than Paparazzi did for the last hit as well. Even.
It reveals the, okay, yeah, it reveals the blink of Yang. And that allows GH to know time to spin and get the hell out of there.
It's all just a matter of time, though. You have a Miracle Slayer. He is going for the Midas Diffusal as expected. As someone say, you know, originality is how well you hide your sources, I think. I would not be surprised to see a lot more thievery of different ideas and item builds. I think the double shield's another example of like an innovation that all of a sudden everyone realizes is good to start a game with.
That's the way Dota works, right? You make it meta, and then someone's going to take it, refine it up a little bit more, then someone's going to take it and break it. Yeah. And then we just continue the cycle. That is life.
So no vision from Vici on the enemy side of the map. I'd like to see them use this next level of Death Prophet ultimate. They want mid tower. This is key. Liquid have kept it alive for so long, but not sure they'll be able to as Vici try and surround it.
Yang's just trying to create some space. He knows he's got more than enough damage himself with Retaliate, that they don't have to burn Ori's ultimate. And Ori's been very, very, very restrained with this. He's only going to burn Exorcism when he feels it's either going to be a team fight or they want to push the issue even harder. And this may be one of those moments where they want to push it harder. GH is waiting for the right time while it's an easy healing ward snipe. Shackling the Centaur towards a tree, but he's pretty damn tanky. 18 one-charge inside of Yang with Mind Control. He lets that ulti out again, and again Kuro with the Storm Wall. They can't get themselves out. VG Gaming have 3 heroes trapped inside the double walls, but they don't lose any of them. Ori gets the Spirit Siphons off, and he's able to just sustain through it all.
It's the same exact play as that one they made 9 minutes ago at the bottom tower. It's just all about buying time. Get Vici to burn their cooldowns, and then look to pursue.
Nice blink skew up, but then again, Hofstar catching out in 3, and this will by the time the Exorcism is ending up from Ori, but he's still going to stay right on top of Team Liquid, using the Ink Swell to hold him in position. DY just did so much for VG Gaming, and they're not done yet. Looking for the kill over on GH. Spirit Siphon, another Hofstar and double edge will bring GH down. Once VG know that Liquid have none of these big ultimates, they're quite happy to turn around for a fight, especially when Yang can tank it.
Yeah, well done by Vici. They were baiting that. They figured that they'd get pursued as the Death Prophet ult ticked down.
Miracle's hunting.
Oh, he misses.
The skewer's going to miss. Diffuser Blade is up on Miracle. This is the reveal of that, able to get the leash over on Ori. He'll Yule Scepter up, but once again, Yang with that Hawk Stomp in and double edge. The damage comes thick and fast, but the Shackle is better. Ori, his spree is finally ended. Yang, he's going to be pulled back in with the glimpse into the wall, begins his own TP. They have no stuns, but they have damage in Liquid to bring down the Centaur, keeping their tier 2 tower alive.
Great buyback from Wii. They not only protect the tower, but they find 2 huge core kills, and now they'll be able to go and look to pressure the Vici Gaming mid.
He's coming up high ground. Quick silence over on Miracle. He's able to actually get out of it, but now another jump forward, combining with the Omni Slash. He won't care about Kuro's ulti. Miracle, he does go down to Paparazzi, but that ulti from Kuro continues to hold the VG supports in there. So DY falls. Paparazzi, does he really want more from this? He's got no drum charges left. That's the speed this game goes. He's burned through every single one of them. We're only 19 minutes in.
You still have a slight lead as Vici. You're feeling all right, but you're on the clock. We've seen what happens when last pick Slarks are allowed to go this Midas first build and the game goes late. You need to try and find an opening to get a tower, get Roshan. They want to capitalize on the next DP ulti, but Liquid have proven like they're willing to sacrifice a couple of deaths here and there. They'll spend buybacks. They just want to slow the game down. And 6 drum charges used in what, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Since he picked up the item, like Vici trying their best. They're going to rush the BKB on Ori. I think this is possibly the right move. They want to ensure that they can take these fights decisively because they've got to dive. They've got to go.
Oh, mind control. He just blinks in. The Dire Observer that was planted saw Ori farming. The rest of VG Gaming is on the way with the double silence. Ori tanks for so long, and they catch Miracle with the silence. He can't break free of it. With the hooks up a double edge, they bring Miracle down. All the money in the world cannot buy your life. As Yang doesn't get controlled, mind control and GH to go into the trees. GH the more obvious TP away. There's no stun to stop him. And Liquid will be able to retreat away from this fight while up on top lane, that pressure is being applied to the tier 1 tower, and that's what Yang's TPing over for right now. It's Weeha. Yang trying to wait in the tree lines, but Weeha, he knows it.
They got the scan. They had vision on the teleports thanks to, once again, another excellent aggro ward from Kuro.
But this is now when you lose the 4 bounty runes. VG Gaming, they take the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
This has been excellent from Vici, though, because they're playing with so much pace. This is not easy to do. Their vision has been limited. They're just consistently not allowing Liquid to get those big pickoffs.
Oh, you denied the rune, Kuro. But surviving the Centaur, that's another matter.
Yeah, and pretty soon you'll have some minor damage issues for Liquid. Your main sources of damage are the spell big AoE combos from your 3-4-5, and Windranger Slark need more items before they're truly threats, especially to tanky heroes like Centaur, DP with all this built-in self-sustain.
Yep. This is what we're talking about. Like, all the nice praise you can throw the way of Liquid. Yeah, VG Gaming, they understand their timings, they understand how easy it is to push out. And I love how they're also making sure these long cooldown timers, they never just throw them away. They're always available and use your easy spam abilities, which is when that Centaur start kind of really works for VG.
Yep.
Like you hoof stomp, you double edge, I've always got more life, I've always got more stuns, and my blink dagger timing was good. Now the
Vanguard. They expect a Crimson Guard soon as well, one of the hard counters to Windranger.
He actually got Vanguard as well as Hood completed, so yeah, a lot of sustain.
Crimson's the big timing window for Vici. If they can get an Aegis on that window, they'll have Mjolnir, they'll have BKB Ori. That's when it's go time.
They're picking Roshan.
Yep.
VG want the big man.
And
they need to push out the top lane first, but ES will take care of that.
Itemization-wise, they understand their timing perfectly. Like even just the mech on Earth Spirit, not the medallion, not the urn that we're used to seeing, but to ensure that as a team, they will be able to outlast the Liquid spell combo and then just pursue. You don't ever want to be fleeing from a disruptor. You'll be giving away those extra exit kills, as we saw on the buyback from Wii earlier.
I love that from Yang. It's like, oh, all right, ES takes care of the first waves. He's going to jump to the tier 2 tower to push that wave out as well. Liquid get no information. They're pushed back on the top lane as far as they can possibly be pushed back. So the trade-off for this Roshan is the tier 1 tower. And Liquid have no intention of getting over there. Well, they won't be able to get there in time to fight. They don't have vision superiority. And Ori able to get Roshan without burning Exorcism. That's a ticket to go straight up mid.
They're feeling good.
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Liquid can get some pressure onto the tier 2 tower on bottom, but yeah, go for it. VG are in a great spot.
Now you can just follow Paparazzi's jug. Yang is not a target for Liquid. You can maybe take him out if he's isolated or 2 of his allies are dead, but looking around, they'll have a BKB finished on Miracle soon, but if Vici recognize their advantage, I'd expect them to look to move high ground next minute or two. They don't really have any big items coming up soon.
They wanted to, but it was actually very smart from mind control. He jumped between the tier 1, tier 2 tower and actually cut the wave. So that VG momentum I was talking about going straight up mid disappeared. And the top wave that they pushed in got pushed back by the tier 2 tower. So everything kind of balances up and allows Liquid to reset and see where VG come from.
Weeha finishes his own BKB. When Liquid have both of those up, Slark's still, of course, only halfway there. It changes the game a bit because Liquid will be able to spend all of their big ults. The 2 cores can commit hard onto whatever hero they find. heroes, really, because anybody stuck in the Thunderdome is probably going down. You can see Mind Control doing the same, because a lot of the control, all of the control, and half the damage of Vici is magical. If you're able to just target Ori, that's when Liquid start to shift things towards their favor.
This is a great obs. They can actually see Kuro moving out, and he's the biggest target right now. They need to kill off Kuro. The jump, it's worth the stampede forward. Not even needing it. A hoof stomp in. VG came under the cover of smoke, and they get rid of that disruptor. No more big ultimate stampede out. Mars actually caught as well. They're trying to remove both of the big AoE controllers of Team Liquid. Yang is back, another quick double edge. With a stroke, swell. No way to run for Mind Control. 2 heroes down, buyback is available for both. And a double damage rune. I don't know if it was scouted on the top, it is. Juggernaut's going back for it. They're gonna come up mid, and they will push very hard and fast.
It is go time. They're gonna have Crimson on the Courier once it's back in base. Greaves finished, DD bottled on the Juggernaut, along with the Aegis. DP, BKB, you can go for this. And you get one wave on Mind Control, sure, and GH takes another. But can you really delay this?
You can get rid of the creep waves. I got so much, like with Cryptstorm as well as Fade Bolt, the creep waves don't stay alive. So Liquid, the backdoor protection will start to arrive. They use the fortification.
Look at Miracle.
He's waiting. The Courier. He's actually going to kill the Courier.
He's killing the creep wave. That's what's more important.
Okay, the Courier's backed up, and creep wave is gone. 25-minute bounty runes. Miracle will run for that. And without the creep wave, they can't force this, even with the double damage rune.
They're getting all 4 bounty runes.
Oh, what is this?
It's so frustrating. Vici's playing so well, yet Miracle's going to take sole position in the net worth lead and finishes BKB. Mind Control cuts one wave. GH has stolen Crypt, so he can kill the next one. They blow Glyph to ensure backdoor protection comes up in time. God, it's just so frustrating to play against these guys. And you still have the Aegis. You want to push. Here they come.
They have a creep wave now, but GH still has the double clearance. The pick up, the throw back, trying to get the Centaur away from Mars, who will go down. 46 seconds on the sideline. But of course, buyback is there in case VG are able to force this harder. There's no fortification this time around, so the tier 3 tower will fall. They have the catapult still alive. Something GH could not nuke down. In fact, now we get Hofstomp double-edged up. Maybe there's enough damage just from Yang with a stampede forward. GH will fall. Instant buyback comes in from him, as now it's 3 buybacks from Liquid to try and hold this mid lane. GH stealing stampede. I wouldn't say Liquid are looking to fight the shackle. Wow, that actually managed to curve latch, and then they push him back up. But this is all over on Paparazzi, and Yang goes again for the backlines. This will be a dieback on GH. VG, they knew their timing. They're breaking the base. They have the damage output. Paparazzi, on the end of his life, goes into the Omnislash. He's able to get himself a little bit more distance away. Back, but now the glimpse. Kuro wants to finish off Paparazzi, wants to break that Aegis Immortal, but they don't care if they kill off Miracle. VG continue to fight Mind Control. Now it's time for the Arena of Blood, but he's going to die as quick as the Arena actually popped up. We hack at BKB. He wants to kill on Paparazzi, but he doesn't get it. The Shackle bites in space, but Ori has the damage through the ghouls. The Crypt Swarm looks for the timing of the fade out, the BKB, but doesn't find it quite. But the healing ward is there. The Greaves is up. They're going to end this right now. Going for the tier 4 towers, and Liquid admit it. GG is there. VG, simple to execute. They stuck to their guns, and they did it right. They force at least 4 games in this grand final as they tie the series at 1 apiece.
I love the DP pick. I think that that's critical to the change and tempo that Vici are able to provide in this draft. I wanted to see VP do it against Liquid earlier. Vici, Ori's is fantastic. And you have this right mix of team fight